Yeah.
Oh. It's alright.
Hi! We're alive! Hey!
Hey!
Hello!
We're here. Hello.
Hi! This is
Hi.
gonna be scuffed as fuck.
It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a good time.
The first thing we're gonna talk about is the disclaimer between me and you. Alright, between me and you, this shit is gonna be nutty. So we want you to bumble with us, sit down, take your hands out of your pocket, and eat some peanut butter if you're not allergic, okay? Alright, cool. Now that that's established, the rest of us are gonna introduce ourselves, and then we're gonna talk to you about the Squid fundraiser. It's not what you think. So hold on. Alright, Sly. Who are you?
Hello! My name is Sly, you're an galactic spice trading fox, and I trade spices for information. The rest, well, that's just classified. Welcome on in. And today I'm playing Arya, a quiet, reluctant, somebody who just likes to keep to themselves. I guess we'll have more to learn about each other. Not that I really want to.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, yes. The ultimate introvert.
Natalie, you're next.
Hi guys, I'm the Nat Chan, 1984. You can find me here on Twitch under that handle. I would like to say variety streamer, but my soul is consumed by Baldur's Gate 3, so you can definitely catch me playing that. I am playing Hudson. If you saw our Path of the Broken Hunter one-shot over on Striker Sly's channel a couple months ago, he's a woofer now. Yeah, I'm excited.
Wow. A werewolf. A man werewolf. So cool.
Yes, he's a man werewolf.
A
right.
man wolf!
We don't assume gender here.
Alright, Alex, you're next.
God damn it. Hello, my name is YankeeBoy. I do not have any, socials. I am just here in the Copy Call server, and my main job is to be an entirely big thorn in the DM side and cause your headaches. I am playing Connor. No, not the android made by CyberLife. He is a very open and very expressive Garu who enjoys the nighttime races around the city and just being an absolute terror, and just enjoys being social, even though certain Garu may not appreciate that, but he makes it work.
The old one doesn't appreciate it. Just kidding. Alright. And last but certainly not least, Tyrantotar. Just kidding, Tyrant.
Hi. Hello. I am Tyrant. I can be found on socials at Tyrantonut. And I am playing Ramsey. She is a artistic Garu whose primary motivation in her life seems to be keeping her pack together and keeping them safe. And trying to stop from too many punches flying that shouldn't be flown.
Oh, that's me. Hey, I'm the storyteller. And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Hi.
Let's go!
This is gonna be great.
That's why we're here.
You're telling
Figure shit out.
stories. You're telling stories.
This
Don't
is the
worry.
first time I've ever ran this kind of a game, Werewolf the Apocalypse, and I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna try to make it a good time, okay? This is for the Birth of Void week celebration. I should have used Debra's freaking thing. We're gonna do our very best. I hope you enjoy this very first foray adventure. This is like completely unscripted, basically off the cuff. We're learning the rules together tonight as father and son, as mothers and daughters, as friends. Just kidding!
I don't know.
Why would I make you rage right now? That means you go into a frenzy! Wow! What? Okay, so the goal for this, again, chat, is I want you to feel as if you are at the table with us. So we're all going to be kind of playing together. It's a little bit scuffy-wuffy, it's a little bit confused. That being said, chat, it's up to you where we start tonight.
Oh shit. Up to you, chat.
It's up to you. Which wolf do we introduce first? Their names are up there on the screen. Please spam the name. I am pacing, but as I walk by, I like to see it spammed enough that I get a guess at who you'd like to be introduced to first. And then I will paint the scene, the world, its changes, and maybe the underlying spiritual nature that is the world of darkness's Werewolf the Apocalypse. Spam it. You gotta send their names more than once. However many names that I see of that one person, that's what we'll do. Players, you can also vote, as this is your story as well to enjoy, and if you are in chat, please do. If you hear any coffee noises, it's because I'm making a cup of coffee. Just imagine you're at a table with me. I've stepped away for a second to the Keurig before I sit back down, and I get out the miniatures.
Stop voting for me, guys. Get out of here. Go the fuck. Why is it always me? Why you always have to choose me to go first? Get the hell out of here. Get out of here. It's always me.
I like
you
those
guys.
live
Stop
things.
it.
Everyone's name, but her own. That's
Connor,
funny.
Connor. Let's not get up on Connor. Get out of here.
Here we
Yay.
This isn't bound. If Connor goes through, that's why this isn't bound.
Oh wow, I actually only see Connor in the chat right now, so Connor it is.
This is suddenly turned into a Telltale game. Connor will remember this.
Alright, Connor. Please describe what you look like to the world.
Okie dokie. Very fantastic. Okay. So to any mundane mortal, Connor takes the appearance of a rather tannish, rather handsome man. Looks like in his middle 20s, probably 25, 26, maybe 27. His eyes are either very intense, bright amber. He often is seen wearing a pair of jeans, good old-fashioned sneakers, a very nice-looking leather jacket. His hair is often curly, short, sometimes kept in a fade. Other times he just lets it blow in the wind, because why the hell not? Wind feels nice in his hair whenever he's bursting down the street going 100 plus at night. What else? Other words to describe, I guess, very mature, but also awfully young looking for someone who at the same time looks mature. It's interesting. No, Griffin, he was not sent by CyberLife. Alright? He is not the android sent by CyberLife.
It's a Friday evening. The moon, a large swollen disk in the night sky. The skyline of the city is not one of sheer high rises and intense wealth. But it isn't poor and wretched either. It's somewhere in between, seedy enough that there are bad and shitty parts of town, but gentle enough that there are still suburb moms and dads soccering their kids. Whoa, volleying. Whoa! Taxiing their kids to soccer or volleyball practice. Christ, I can't believe you just said that, Alex. Soccering the kids?
Excuse the fuck out of me. Says the one over here said volleying. What is this, tennis?
We're gonna tennis
Just
the
hit him with
baby!
badminton rackets? Unbelievable.
You know that wolves, Connor, are not the only things that stalk the city. The city has a very, very, very original name. In my notes, it is the city of Hampshire, and it is just called Ham for short.
Ham.
Listen, I didn't have a lot of time to work with this, okay?
I don't know why that made me laugh so hard. Ma'am.
Ham.
The city of Hampshire is metropolis where it needs to be. It's big where it counts when it needs to be. The city underbelly is rife. The Garu of Hampshire feel it is the recent resurgence of the worm's influence. That entity of destruction, perversion, death, and decay. There are kindred in town, and they own most of the police force. However, it doesn't mean all of the police are garbage. In fact, there is a kindly officer who very often turns the other cheek to your vigilante antics. In fact, occasionally she comes to you with deets and rumors. Off the record, of course. Nothing on the books. Everything just in the wind. Whether it be a lone shark that escaped, a child predator that there wasn't enough shit and grime to put him away for too long, and the like. Just things that need to be cleaned up. And her name is Patricia Cowell. She goes by Pat. She is in her early 30s. A handsome woman. Delicate, curled, red hair, and eyes as brown as the deep forest earth. There's a steadiness about her, a solidness, a stoutness of spirit, and maybe in shape. She is fit, but still feminine. And it is tonight that she's messaged you to meet at Pork Luck. You're welcome for these names.
Pork.
Pork Luck, the Wacky Chicken, her favorite diner, which kind of is like that Bear Express that we all love so much, and in an all-American cuisine place. So, you can get your chow mein or your burgers at. She loves it. She says she'll be there by 7. You have 30 minutes. 30 minutes before heading to pork roast? Pork luck? Lucky chicken?
Pork luck.
Pork duck?
You forget the name already?
Pork luck.
No, it's pork fuck.
Pork.
I clearly said. Just
Oh my-
kidding. All right, so before
my
you head to
God.
the diner, you got 30 minutes. What are you doing?
30 minutes. Well, since he's off to go meet a beautiful woman at this nice sounding diner, he's gonna look nice, presentable. Maybe have a nice clean shave. Maybe make sure put some mousse in his hair. Make it look nice and nice and presentable. Because why not? He will also take a look around his place. Make sure he has all the essentials. His phone, his gun. He does own one. keeps it loaded, but without a round in the chamber. Obviously, it's just in case a cop decides he wants to get pulled over and inspect his car. That's mainly it. Looking presentable, making sure he has gear ready, and making sure his car doesn't need to have some gas on the way there.
Roll one of your d10s. On a failure, she needs a good old gluzzle, and on a success, she doesn't.
She needs a good old gluzzle. Who would?
A gluzzle of gas. A gluzzle of Listen, I said this was gonna be scuffed, okay?
Gluzzle. That's a success.
Okay. She doesn't need a gluzzle.
She needs a glizzy.
That's Sigma.
Damn it.
Wrong wolf.
God damn it.
All right.
Get your mind out of the gutter over there, Sly.
Man, it feels. Hey, you leave her mind exactly where it is. We're focusing on Connor right now. Okay, so you get in the car and you start your radio. How fast do you drive?
Need for speed.
Okay, go ahead and roll a dexterity and a drive. I know how to do the skills in this game, chat.
Just like Vampire, where I need to add rage dice, sub them out for each point of rage I have.
You shouldn't have
Pretty sure.
any.
I'm pretty sure all Garus start with 1 rage.
Oh, you're always mad.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. It doesn't say on your sheet that you have one.
Oh, that's error on my part, but I'm fairly certain in the rulebook that all Garus start with 1 point of rage.
All right. Yeah.
Because having 0 means they've lost the wolf.
Oh, we don't want to do that to you. So, not today.
So I would sub out 1 regular die for 1 rage die. So get that dice pool prepped for you.
All right, let me see. Wait, what page was that on? Hold on. I swear to God I marked this stuff. Oh yeah, here we go. The frenzy. Gaining rage. Got it.
Yep. So dexterity and a drive. Iron, that's a very nice
Hold on, right
roll.
here. It
Okay.
says, if the Garo is at 0 rage, they have lost the wolf, and the method is to
Yep.
gain rage outside. Wait, you mean you have to have a right? Yeah, it's not gone forever. You just gotta go have a mystical right and be like, hey, Gaia mommy! Gaia mommy! Yeah.
I mean, I can easily fix that then and just howl at the moon, gain a point of rage.
Shh, be quiet. Alright, what'd you get?
I got 3 successes and 1 critical, so 7 successes.
Damn. Alright. Tokyo Drift over here. Mean it! Psycho Arigato! Wait, that's the wrong song. That's by...
It's the wrong song.
What? Wait a minute.
That is by Avril Lavigne, if anyone would like to look it up. It's a pretty fun song. Anyways, right. Tokyo Drift. Up and over.
Absolutely, can't leave a lady in waiting.
Skidding through lights and turns. Barely missing a semi through an intersection. Going right underneath the goddamn thing. You actually see a couple of teenagers, like, clap. Almost golf-like. Just in awe, like, holy shit. Watching you
I'll just
speed by.
We'll just rev the engine at him as he's by.
Yeah. Let's see what? It's like almost 7 o'clock. Yeah, all the little kids are gone, so you don't get anyone that's like, honk your horn! But you do get some kids out and about that think your car is cool as fuck. And when you honk the horns at this particular group of kids, one of them just shouts and says, I like your fucking car. Nice set of wheels. Obviously, you get flipped off quite a bit. Oh well.
He doesn't care. They're just mad they don't have a nice ass ride like I do.
Alright, so you arrive at Pork Luck Wacky Chicken. Lucky Chicken. Lost Chicken. You get there. The smell is interesting. You pull into the back where the parking lot is, which is right by the dumpsters, and it also happens to be the doorway that leads into a narrow hallway and into the kitchen. You know because, well, you know a lot of things. But boy, does the grease kind of hit your stomach, permeates the nostrils. I mean, it is thick and it's just incredibly different. The sweet and the spicy scents with the trans fat that is burgers and fries. I mean, I don't know. Does it make you hungry or does it make you sick, Connor?
Hmm. It's not a smell that he particularly enjoys, but it's also like a bit of nostalgia because it's like, oh, I know this smell all too well. So it's a bit of he hates it, but he's used to it.
Right, do you go in through the kitchen or do you walk around at the front door?
Kitchen.
Okay. Jake the cook just kind of waves you off. He says, "Hey, there's some B-grade food just kind of hanging out on the counter if you want some, just in case you don't want to, go out there and order anything. You can stay back here and eat with me." Clearly, he doesn't know that Patricia's in.
Maybe next time, Jake. Already got someone waiting for me.
No shit, actual date?
One can hope.
Oh, so it's just
We'll see
Pat.
what yeah, just Pat, but one can hope.
Hold on. You know what? I don't want to ask. Good luck. Heading out into the diner. Pat is a stoic statue in the booth. But it looks like she's reading something, maybe a newspaper laid out on the table. She's got a cup of coffee. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is. She's always drinking this stuff. Her hair's pulled up kind of in a severe bun, but there's a couple curls that have escaped.
Question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Has Connor ever seen this woman smile since you described her as stoic?
Yeah, you make her laugh. But it's not really anything that touches her eyes. You think just kind of a hard life combined with being an officer in, I almost called it Ham Chop City.
What?
I almost called it Ham Chop City. Look, this is scuffed. This is scuffed, okay? Okay, alright. So, Hampshire is just a rough East Coast town. Right? It's not big enough to be like Boston or New York, but it's large enough that it's still fucking shit. And in her line of work, someone that actually fucking cares on the police force, it's tough. You approach?
I sure do.
No sneaking up, nothing cheeky?
Yeah, do a little sneaky, see what she's reading in the newspaper.
Alright, roll a dexterity and a stealth. Sorry, stealth and dexterity. Oh wait, no. You know what? You're using physical dice.
You're right. You're right.
You're not in.
You're right.
You're not
right
in
the
roll
first
20 because roll 20 you have to roll English. Blah blah blah.
time.
Yeah.
Dexterity and stealth.
Mhm.
Oh my- that is 4 successes.
Okay, she is actually reading a file. And a familiar picture is on the file. You immediately recognize Mr. Dan. In bold red stamp, it just says person of interest. Right across the top. And then there's some scribbled notes on a little yellow post-it note that says, supernatural creatures aren't real. She hasn't noticed you.
That post-it note makes his eyes narrow just a little bit. But, taking advantage of this moment of surprise, Connor's gonna be cheeky and whisper in her ear. Ooh, doesn't this look all so
Son of a-
confidential?
Bitch, Connor! And she slams the file closed. The coffee kind of spills a little bit. Can you come around and sit down, please? Christ.
Don't get mad at me because you were so nose deep in your files.
Don't go sneaking around like you're some lurker in the dark.
Touche, I suppose. Then I'll sit down at the table.
She's like blotting at the pages with her napkin and is like, keeping your nose clean?
Sure, Patty. We'll go with that.
Patty, really.
I just thought of that one on the spot. Why not? Would you prefer Patricia, Pat, or Patty?
Pat is fine. And she like rubs her temples.
Another stressful night?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little high strung. I haven't slept a whole lot. There's this whole... Alright. The reason I called you is I actually need your advice. I need a little bit of help, okay? Off the record.
I figured as much.
And that manila file, she actually takes it, the one with Mr. Dan's picture in it, and she slides it into this big... It's too backpack-like to be called a purse, but it's not quite like an over-the-shoulder bag either. It's just kind of like... It's like a duffel bag and a purse had a baby with a briefcase. And she slides it into that and then pulls out a different file, and she slides it across to you, and she says, "Careful. Some of the photos are graphic."
Connor sort of gives her a look like... Part of him wants to, like, give her a look of, like... Whatever's in your eye, I've probably seen worse, but... She can't know that. Should I get a paper bag? Maybe take this to the toilet?
Just... The file can't leave my side, okay? But just be prepared. There's... some heavy shit in there.
Noted. And he'll open the file.
Okay. Bodies. Or... pieces of bodies. I need you to roll a intelligence. Sorry, I'm just looking. Intelligence and... Go ahead and do just an awareness, since I'm just going to kind of generalize this a little bit.
Intelligence and awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is 3 successes.
Okay. If you didn't know better, you would say bear attack. She says it's a bear, right? Like, tell me it's a fucking bear. As you're flipping through them, it just looks like a family that was torn apart. And at the very end, there's a picture of a young girl. She can't be more 16, 17 years old. Her name's Alora. And, the official report says she did it with a hatchet. A hatchet doesn't make that much of a mess. It looks like a fucking bear, right?
You said if I didn't know better. DM, do I know better?
You're looking at Agaru's first change. She's the only one who survived. Her brothers, her parents, even her grandmother, gone. The house, destroyed. Connor, I've never seen anything like this before. They lived in a big old manor, way, way past the Riverside suburb. The Riverside suburb is actually the closest human population to a sacred site to your tribe. A place kept by a spirit. A guardian that watches the rights of your brother and sisterhood. It kind of makes your skin tighten a little bit. And the fact that she's looking into Mr. Dan really makes you nervous. After all, Mr. Dan works very closely with the Guardian, and as the leader of your pack, it should be his business to know. So what do you got? Anything? You heard of anything like this before? I know you're really deep in the seedy underbelly. I'm thinking mafia, attack dogs, or a motherfucking attack lion. I don't know. But I don't understand why this family. And why take Alora? What does the little girl have?
You said there was damage to the home.
Yeah.
How extensive?
I mean, the door was broken in.
That's it. Just a
Well,
busted open door.
I mean, it was ripped in half. Like, it was sliced by some goddamn anime magic sword. I don't know. The feds have the whole damn site now. My higher-ups, Connor, took me off the case. You want to know why? They said, someone from National is here. And those someone from Nationals, I don't fucking trust them. Maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. And she takes a drink, big, long chug of the coffee, and she's like, look, I checked some of their badges, these feds, and I couldn't pull up a goddamn name. Like, really? Whose name is Hawk and Falcon? And they happen to be partners? No way.
Yeah, I won't lie. A lot of this smells like bullshit.
Amen. So do you know anything?
Do I know anything about the family at all that was murdered, DM?
Nothing.
I'm assuming they didn't make any sort of waves in the underbelly
Not at all.
of Hampshire.
Mr. and Mrs. Holliday. He, a award-winning engineer. Don't ask me to go into specifics, I'm not an engineer, but if you'd like to, you can ask some people in the community. They would know. And she was a researcher. What did she research? Cryptozoology.
And this is all coming from Patricia, right?
All from the files she's showing you. The only living girl, Alora Lee Holliday. 16 years old, MIA. They identified the bodies of the rest of her siblings, her parents, and her grandmother. Grandmother they found strewn through a tree, though.
A tree?
Yes. Pieces of her. The insides, mostly.
Shit.
I have never seen anything like this before, Connor. And I'm a little fucking spooked, especially now that the feds have it. So if you know anything or know anyone that would know anything, please. I just want to find Alora and bring her home.
And I want to help you, Patricia, I really do. Problem is, the way they're described in these files, no one in the family really seems like they would have caused any sort of waves through.
Sure, but were they being blackmailed? I mean, the Holidays had a ton of money.
Blackmailed is one thing, but even still, why the hell, if they were planning on blackmailing, why the hell would they kill everyone and take The child.
Well, maybe... Look, I thought of that too. Apparently, father-in-law is still alive. Just as loaded, just as hateful. Super upset his daughter married Mr. Holiday. But he's clean. I mean, as far as I could look before the feds took over. I'm grasping at straws here, Connor. I just need anything. So if you... And she starts, like, gathering all the files and the pictures. If you find anything, you hear anything, could you just give me a call?
I'll see what I can do. Maybe I have a contact somewhere that might know something that I don't.
Thank you. I mean, I am almost at the fucking level of hiring a goddamn psychic to groom through this scene. I swear there's some weird shit going on.
Yeah. Patricia, listen to me for a second.
She, like, looks at you from underneath,
Yeah.
holding her forehead. So she's looking you between her fingers.
And for once, since Connor has been here, the cheeky, joking expression that's been on his face the entire time, that is all gone. And he is staring very intently at her, very focused. Whatever's going on here, you need to be very careful about how you go about this. Because obviously, it's not hard to tell that whatever's going on here reeks something vile.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Roll a wits and insight.
Wits and insight. It's one success and one critical.
All right. Something kind of stuck out with you. She is a no-nonsense, astute stick in the mud. The fact that she is willing to go to a psychic means there is something at sight, like she mentioned, that really shook her beyond the gore. Something significant. Something
And
she's
now the
not telling you.
feds. And now the feds, and presumably the worms, have it occupied.
Not always. They're only allowed certain hours. Are you suggesting you want to look at the site? Holy shit, Connor, do you know a psychic?
Do I know a psychic DM?
Yeah, but she's very antisocial. And you think she hates you. She's also, the daughter of the man in the file. But, you know, I mean,
Like I said,
if you
I'll get
know,
with some contacts.
hold on, whoa, if your ass, and she leans across the table, if your ass knows a motherfucking psychic, I'm in. I've got the charge card of the department. Hook me up. I don't want to hire anybody that does anything by the book, though. I need to cover my tracks. You feel? I guess that means I shouldn't use the charge card. But
Yeah.
I can...
Anything that can be.
Listen, I know what I'll do. I've already got it. There's a gas pump that has some issues. Got it. I know exactly what I'll do. Please, Connor.
Fine. Fine.
And she just leans back. She like
On one
sits back
condition.
into her booth. Sure.
That file you were looking at before I sat down,
What about it?
you don't ask any questions in regards to that person of interest.
That file?
Understand?
Whoa, that file's from the 1920s. Hold on. You're right. I don't want to know.
It's better if you don't.
She just looks at you, those deep brown eyes glittering. Wow. And she shakes her head and clicks her tongue. You never fail to surprise me.
Usually full of those. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll get to see more of them. Who knows? Or maybe if I'm lucky.
I wouldn't go that far. And she just kind of raises an eyebrow, giving you that same, like, look. But it isn't unkind or unfriendly. All right. When should I expect your call? How long is it going to take you to get a hold of your contacts?
How long would it take me to get to the psychic DM?
It depends on how fast you drive.
If I'm going Need for Speed style.
Oh, yeah, you can be there in like 10 minutes.
An hour. 2 at the most. If things go
Holy
awry.
hell. Okay. All right. She like finishes her coffee, takes out her wallet, drops a couple bills. Okay. I'm going to drive out to the site.
Just be fucking careful. Alright?
I always am. What's the worst that's going to happen? Worms are going to get me?
I'm being serious here.
Oh, shit. And as she's like scooting out of the booth, she pauses. I don't really know if I like this whole you being serious thing. I mean, I'm glad it's there. I will be. Don't worry. You have my number. I'll drive out and clear. Keep me updated. And then she knocks on the table. Get yourself a coffee. You look tired. And then she's gonna head out with her duffel bag, purse, backpack monstrosity.
And Connor will just watch her go.
Her uniform pants fit her very nice. You don't actually know if she owns a pair of jeans, especially because she's not in uniform other than the pants. But yeah, she feels nice. And you're a little grateful that her jacket's slung over her arm and not on. Yeah. And it's right there that we're going to take our very first quick bathroom break. And we are back. All right. Hold on. Sound is on. Everyone can hear me, right? Oh my goodness.
Upukaka.
Yes, I think everyone can hear us. Okie dokie.
Great.
All right, Ramsey,
Yeah. Yes.
you get to go next. It's a Friday evening, just before 7 p.m. Some clicks and a hair's breath on a clock's face. What are you doing?
Ramsey is perched at the counter in her kitchen, and spread around her is not anything food related. There are multiple books spread around this girl. And some of them are flipped open and some of them are closed. But she has one under her and she is furiously sketching in this sketchbook out of all of the many that she has around her. She's still in her pajamas, she's settled in for the night, doesn't expect to be going anywhere, but this idea has been plaguing her, and so she is trying to scribble and get it out on the page with some hopes that she might get to sleep tonight.
I need you to roll a wits and awareness.
Sure. How many dice is that? It's an awareness, and then we swap one out. So many dice. 1, 2, 4 successes.
All right, let me finish this whisper. One moment. Where would your phone be at this second, Ramsey?
At this moment, she's probably got it like on the coffee table behind her. The apartment's not that big, but it's definitely kind of out of sight, out of mind.
Okay. You hear it go off.
Hmm? Oh, shit. She gets up and goes to grab the phone and just brings it back to her purse so she can keep sketching while she checks it with her free hand.
What do you have Sear's name as in your phone?
It's probably just saved as Sear.
Okay. His name flashes on the screen.
Phone call or text?
Phone call.
She answers, shouldering the phone, and the first thing she says is, "All right, what'd you do?"
There's been an accident.
I was kidding. What's going on?
The kin has shifted.
Shit. Anyone we know?
No. And I can't believe I missed it.
Well, you're not gonna catch everything every time.
I hate to ask you, but can you please come to the manor? I think it's
Yeah.
going to be all hands on deck.
Sure. Do you want me to reach out to anyone else?
I can't seem to get a hold of Hudson, but it's evening. And usually he has the weekends off, so very likely you might have to stop by his home. His phone's probably off.
Yeah, I'll drop by the old man's house.
Ramsey.
Pick him up on my way. Yeah.
Thank you.
You don't have to thank me.
I owe you everything. And finally have a day off where I'm not crying in your ear or bothering you for some favor, and I call you in anyways.
I would rather you call me anytime you need to cry in my ear or report an accident. You know I'm here for you, always.
Roll a wits and insight.
Okay. Let's see. Insight. Ah! It is 1, 2. That's 5 successes.
Okay. Your partner and you have recently had a few talks about your relationship with Mr. Dan. There is a layer of jealousy, the closeness and emotional intimacy that you and, well, Seer share. And you, in this moment, realize that he is aware of the trouble. How does that make Ramsey feel?
As Ramsey kind of takes this all in, there's a sense of guilt, not because she and Seer have this level of intimacy that she doesn't have with her partner, but guilt that she can't imagine having that level of intimacy with anyone else. That perhaps her partner is right to be jealous, and I think she's been playing with this idea for a while that this relationship was not meant to be long term, and that only kind of solidifies in her head as something that she's going to have to deal with sooner or later.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I promise I'll bother you less as soon as this is over.
If you bother me less, I'm just gonna have to hunt you down and bother you more, so.
That makes him chuckle.
Thanks.
I'll go get the old man and I'll meet you at the manor, okay?
Okay. He's probably
Yeah.
preoccupied. I don't try to stealth. Don't make him angry.
You know me, I'm not the type to go around pissing people off for laughs.
Just me? Oh, nice.
Just you.
Just me. Good. Good. I like that. I am standing down the hallway from Arya's room. Should I knock? No, I wouldn't want to bother her. I shouldn't be relying on you asking these questions. I will figure it out myself. I'm sorry, Ramsey. And
Seer. You said all hands on deck.
yes.
Knock on the door.
You can just imagine him doing that squeezing thing that he does, where he's got like this little stress ball that he likes to hold in his big cardigan pockets and just squeeze and roll around.
You're gonna pop that thing one day.
How do you know what I'm...
You can hear the shuffling as he lets it rest in his pocket, and you can hear him move up to the doorway.
I'll text you. I'll tell you how it goes.
All right. I'll see you soon.
Okay. As he hangs up, you immediately get a text message from him, like he was like typing it out as he was talking to you, or typed it out previously, or maybe he's just lightning fast. You don't know. But it's, thank you. I couldn't do this without you. I feel so stressed.
Ramsey smiles at that and just sends back just breathe. We'll be there soon. And she gets up, looks at the sketch again, and tries to shake off the feeling that there's something more there than just a monster that she can't get out of her head. And then she goes to get dressed so she can hunt down Hudson.
Okay. This time, it isn't your phone that goes off. There's a knock at your door.
She comes out of her bedroom, fixing her shirt as she does so, and looks up. Who is it?
You hear a small female voice. It's just me.
Ramsey will go and open the door, smiling. Hey.
Sorry. You answer the door?
Yes.
It's don't know if you gave your partner a name in your background.
Did not.
Perfect. I did for you. Andy, a tall, slender blonde covered in tats, several done by you in the past 6 months. And she's got takeout. Hey, I thought maybe we could do a movie?
Ramsey is already cringing when she sees the takeout and fixing the sleeve of her shirt.
Are you going somewhere?
There's been an accident. I gotta go help.
An act?
I
Oh my god, is everyone okay?
I think so, but I want to make sure. I want to be there in case they need me. So, Seer just called, and so I'm gonna head over there. But hopefully it won't take long.
Oh, is he okay?
He's okay. He's the one who called and let me know what was going on. So I'm just gonna go and make sure everything's okay, and then I will be back.
Oh, you just want me to hang out here? Then, I guess?
Yeah, you're always welcome, Andy. You know that.
Do you want me to go with you? You said it was an accident. Is somebody hurt?
No, I think it should be okay if it might be better if it's just me this time.
All right.
And Ramsey moves aside to let her in.
Okay. Man, she smells pretty. She steps by, and your eyes can't help but just take in the grace of her movements. There's just something about dating a professional ballerina that's, whew. Man. Long, lithe, and lean. She reminds you of a cat. Funny, considering what you are. She sets the pork fried rice on the counter, takes a look at your sketch, and says, "Wow, this is amazing." What's the sketch of?
It is this nightmare creature, and it's something that she has multiple sketches of. It is large and bestial. It has too many claws reaching out for the subject. And Ramsey will go over and kind of smile a little tensely at Andy and close the sketchbook. It's something I wanted to get out of my head. That's all.
Want to roll? All right, with 3 successes on wits and insight. What else does she get?
She probably knows that Ramsey has nightmares most nights when she sleeps. And this sketch is a reoccurring figure in her nightmares.
Okay.
This is something that she is genuinely afraid of, and she doesn't know what it means.
Okay, as you close the sketchbook, her hand is on your hand on the cover. She gives it a squeeze. Hey, I didn't mean anything by it. It's good sometimes to express these feelings creatively. I know our mode of expression is different, but Ramsey, I really have your back. You know that, right? Like, I'm really here for you.
I know. I know. And
Do you? Because... Never mind. Never mind. And she lets her hand go. You said it was an accident, so... Maybe at least take something to eat if you haven't eaten. It's all ready to go. I'll just... And she takes out, her styrofoam case and then hands you the bag.
thanks. I'll eat it on the way, I promise.
Yeah.
And I promise if it doesn't take long, I will be back as soon as I can.
I'll have my phone on me, so...
I'll let you know what's going on when I do.
Thanks.
Yeah. And then she's going to pick up the sketchbook with that sketch in it and take that with her along with the food.
Okay. Any farewell ritual with Andy?
In this case, no. I think she's just going to make a beeline for the door so she can get to Hudson.
Oof.
Mm-hmm. Your girl is preoccupied.
Okay. You can't help but feel a squeezing in your chest as the apartment door closes and something in you shifts. Funny how you close the door on her, but she's the one still in your apartment. We're gonna meanwhile right there. Hudson.
Yeah. God, you love the weekends. Your phone gets turned off. Matthew's phone gets turned off. No wolf pack. No nothing. Just you, him, and a culmination of everything that you have fought for in the decade that the two of you have been together, broken apart, and together again. Only this time, the only thing that the two of you have on are your matching set of wedding rings. And God, do you love the fucking weekend? Best time.
That's right.
But not only because of the physical closeness. The therapist that your husband has you both seeing says that marriage check-ins are healthy, and the check-ins make Matthew feel very happy, and when Matthew feels happy, the whole house seems to sparkle, seems to light up like it's a living thing. Your own bedroom feels like this magical place, like this wonderful Disneyland where there is no barriers, when there have been so many before. And then, at the peak, the summit of all that this has accumulated into this wonderful connection, there is a knock at your door. And you both, Matthew chuckles as you roll to the side, and he says, "Don't answer it, they'll probably go away." There's another knock, and it kind of makes you a little anxious. And Matthew says,
Just leave it. It's fine. Just don't even have to leave. It's okay. We're busy. Now we're going to watch the Alien trilogy, right? It's our day. You're a movie pick, so now we watch a scary movie.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go back to Gilmore Girls. There's another knock. And Matthew sits up. What the hell?
Like flinches every time the door is knocked upon. Ah, fuck. I mean, they only knock 3 times if it's important, right?
He just sighs. There's another knock.
Damn it. I should go get that. Right? I should go get that. 4 knocks.
There is a 4th knock. And this time it's like, bang, bang, bang! Old man! Open the fucking door! And Hudson says, not Hudson, Matthew says, if that is Cassian, I swear to God. And he gets out of bed and he shimmies over to his pink robe and he puts it on. I swear to God. And he picks up his slipper. I'm gonna slap the shit out of him.
I'm gonna get up and, like, grab my pajama pants. I'm sure they're nearby.
Matthew is to the front door as you're pulling the pants on, and you hear Cassian,
Oh,
ow,
shit.
what the, ow, what the, and a whack, 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 whack. It is my weekend. Mine. Not yours. Not anyone else's. Nobody crazy. No hoodoo witchcraft bullshit. Mine.
I'm gonna come up behind him and, like, pull the slipper out of his hand and just like wrap my arms around him and like pull him close and look at Cassian.
Cassian's dead ass holding his cheek. Like he's,
What's happening? Why are you knocking at my door?
I just wanted to let you know I was leaving. Your phone dumped in a voicemail.
Where are you leaving? Where are you going?
I found a lead.
He nods understandingly. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing. It's all I have, really. So I'm leaving tonight. And I'm gonna go look for her. And Matthew just, oh, Cass. He's like, don't look at me like that, okay? Fuck off. I don't need your damn tears or your pity. I'd rather you slapping me with the fucking and he just kind of rolls his eyes.
I can give it back to him.
He takes it out of your hand. He puts it on. So he's standing there with one slipper on. And then he pulls Cass into a hug.
You'll, I mean, do you want me to,
I don't want you to come with me. No. I gotta do this on my own.
do you promise to call if you end up needing help?
Yeah. Turn your damn
Okay.
phones on. Sorry to... I know it's your weekend. I'm just sorry. I just know you would have been mad if I left on my own, so I thought I would...
Alright, yeah, no, you're right. I do appreciate you.
And I was gonna leave a note, but then I remember getting in trouble for the sticky note. You know. Matthew's like, hold on, let me get you a lunchbox. What? I don't need a... I'm going on a...
Just come in a second. Just come in a second. Come on. Come on.
He lets
10
you guide
minutes
him.
won't kill you.
He lets you guide him in.
Yeah, bring him in and close the door. Want a cup of coffee before you go or something?
Sure, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raiders. Thank you. I didn't get to say so before, but thank you all very much. Taco Sunday. Woohoo! And is it Tabletop Hazards? Thank you. Welcome in. We're playing Werewolf the Apocalypse. Anyways, back into the scene in the kitchen. Matthew is putting together one of his lunch boxes. He does the same thing for you, and it's like a perfectly nutritional, very balanced meal. It's just
Sounds about right.
It's just a thing. It's just a thing. He makes sure you eat very healthy. Your cholesterol's never been so good, but it could be your condition as well. I mean, who knows?
Right.
But looking at Cass in the light cast overhead in the kitchen, which is a nice buttery light, it's homey. Man, the kid is aged. He's no longer that 21-year-old buck who just thinks he knows everything. There's age there. But then again, losing Rowan changed him. And he's never been the same. The drugs got harder. The crime got worse for a while. And then one day he just stopped. He showed up on your doorstep, a mess. And he said the phrase that you've always wanted him to say.
Dad, I don't know what to do. I need your help.
And you've never been closer. Do you French press? Do you use Matthew's French press, or do you use the Keurig to make him a cup of coffee?
I mean, I'll just ask him. Do you want something fancy, or do you just want a pod?
It's like just a regular ass cup is fine.
Okay. You
Matthew's
want
like,
some of
don't you
Matthew's
diss my
really
French
good
press.
creamer?
She has feelings. Don't you shit on her. She has feelings. She's better. She tastes better too. Hudson, use the jug of water
Huh.
when you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
You dump out the cup that you were gonna put into the tank, and you go and get the jug of water. And Cassian's just looking at you, shaking his head, but in his gaze, there is he's envious. You know for a fact this kid would give anything for what you have.
Man, I'll make him. I'll get the water from the jug, and
Pure, it's not. It's like it's like distilled. It's not even purified. Distilled water.
and I make him his cup of coffee. I'm gonna use Matthew's creamer
Oh, the good stuff, the homemade stuff.
for Cass.
He's watching you. He's like side eyeing you as he's getting this like whole thing together. It's like such fanfare.
And then I'll set the mug on the counter and slide it across to him. You already said you'd call me if you need me, but if you need anything, if I can help you in any other way, you let me know, yeah?
Yeah. Yep. I'm headed first to Miami. So from there, it's really just depends on what I'm able to find out. But
Okay.
I don't think she's gone. No, she's yeah.
She's too tough for that.
And he gives you this look, and I need you to roll an intelligence and an insight.
Oh no, I need my sheet.
Oh wait, I lied. Wits and insight. Sorry, wits. And
Oh,
insight.
what's an insight? Okay, we go dad mode on that.
Mm-hmm.
What's an insight?
I'll even give you
Okay.
a +1 to your pool for a dad bonus.
Yes, dad bonus.
Narratively, it fits.
Nice, 5. Let's go.
There's a big part of him that wants to believe that she's still alive, but there's a larger part of him that's very afraid. He's afraid what he's gonna find. And both you and him know that in terms of kindred, Miami's kind of a scary place.
Hey, I know that whatever condition you find her in, I know that you're probably still special to her. Like, you guys were rough, but you had something special.
Yep. He like pats your shoulder like, shut up. Like he's telling you to. And then Matthew turns. All right, it's done.
There you go. It's the best to-go lunch you'll probably ever have.
Thanks. I'm sure it'll have me real regular. Hey, that's not something you should complain about, boy. That is something vital to your health. You want to live a long, healthy life? That's the kind of stuff you need to eat on the regular. But really, if you need anything, you'll call us, right? I mean, anything. Yeah. Yep. And he sips the coffee and says, well, I guess we should take this and go.
Yeah, we don't want your lead to go cold.
Just worried about missing my flight. He gives you both a hug. In mid-hug, Matthew takes the mug and then puts it in a to-go cup, a nice little styrofoam thing, and is like, here you go. Put it in the proper trash can.
As you know, they separate those trashes at the airport. You got your trash,
I
and
know.
then you've got your
Yes,
recycling.
I know.
Okay.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. Okay, bye.
Hey,
What?
I love you.
I love you too. He
Okay.
mutters and he opens the door and he leaves. Matthew lets out a sigh and just leans into you. Are you sure you shouldn't go with him?
I really want to, but I don't want to. I mean, he'll let me know. He'll let me know if he needs me. He's right. He's not a kid anymore. Besides, I don't think certain individuals would be able to handle it if I left town for a while.
I would be willing to share on my weekend, even though it's my weekend. I feel a little bad I hit him with my slipper. Speaking of, I need to go put my other one on.
Yeah.
Are we watching Alien in bed or are we going to watch it in the living room?
I mean, I was fine with watching it in bed.
Well, I'll race you there then, big boy. And he undoes the sash, and it just falls down his shoulders. That nice little narrow line in his back. As he moves, he's just like boop boop boop.
Oh, I let him win, and I just follow because it's a nice view.
And well, meanwhile, here.
Let's rephrase that. Are you able to play?
And we're back. Hello.
There's no choice. You have no options.
I have no choice. I'm doomed.
Into the thick of it.
You did the thick of it. Fuck my life.
Arya,
Mm-hmm.
alone in your room. Did I say it was a Saturday or Friday in the game? Oh shit, Friday, right?
Friday.
Friday. That's right, Friday. Thank you. Friday. God, my brain's like pork. The ham. Saturday.
Ham.
Ham. Okay. My apologies. Again, chat. Imagine we're all at a table together. I'm your storyteller, and this is Werewolf the Apocalypse. Friday night in your room, in this massive home, this Greco-Goth monstrosity of an ancient home that actually bears an underground facility, tunnels that lead to the tomb, the sacred place, to the wolf you once felt, but no longer. In your room, what are you doing? What would Arya do for fun? What would she pursue?
She's probably reading. Picking up something mundane, human, basic. Funny enough, she's probably reading a fantasy novel. More than likely, a romantasy, fantasy, paranormal romance novel. About a werewolf pack. And a happily ever after. Or so she thinks so far. She's probably curled up in her bed, blankets wrapped around her, propped up on her pillows.
I need you to roll a wits and awareness. But this is nothing that you can see immediately.
Gotta figure out how to use these werewolf dice.
Ooh.
Gotta figure out how the hell to roll. What do we do? Wits and awareness, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to assume that the scratch marks are just successes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Scratch marks are successes, blanks are failures.
And then the
And
scratch
then
marks with the stars,
stars
those
are
are the
crit-
criticals.
Got you.
Mhm.
Three.
And then
three
the teeth,
successes.
that's bad.
Okay, well, I don't have any teeth because those are your rage dice. Okay, 3 successes.
In your blankets, it's hard to notice the shift in the air, the cold breeze that filters in through the window. But once you notice, you can't help but feel like something is off. Like a statue of a bust set on a pedestal just an inch to the left and not centered. You swear you closed and locked the window, but here it is, open, setting the curtain adrift in the night air. The chill of autumn is crisp, and even though you do not feel the wolf, still your nose can pick up on the leaves, the fragrance of the earth, grass. Between you and the bed, it is only the finest, most resplendent things. Do you call him Seer or Mr. Dan?
I don't think she'd ever use his name.
The man.
Yeah.
Okay, the man has provided a lot of really nice things for you, though there's still a distance. But that's neither here nor there. What's really troubling is that window. 6 inches open out onto the balcony. The balcony that looks out the backyard and the lake, the boathouse. There's also a barn, a wood deck that will eventually become a event space, according to him. What would you like to do?
Putting her book down flat on the bed beside her, like kind of turning it over so it's still open. She'll crawl out of the bed, shift the covers over, and walk towards the window, taking in a really deep inhale. Curiosity is getting the better of her. So she just kind of what does she smell?
Dried leaves, moisture on the air, the clouds densifying as they threaten to rain in the next few days. There's also this static scent and an electrical flavor to it that through your nose you can almost taste. The closer you get to the window, fueling your interest, your skin begins to prickle, and you notice, peeking through the clouds, shafted motes of light reflected on the window. A full moon beckons you outside.
She'll go to the window and shut it as quickly as she can, locking it again.
As you do, the gauzy curtain catches around your shoulder, so you are face to face with that big round disc gazing at you with a hard silver smile. You can almost see the face in the moon, watching, beckoning, pushing, calling.
Leave me alone. Go away.
Your closet door slides open. A harsh
Turning away from the window, she'd look at her closet. Hello?
There is no answer. Just the depths of the closet filled with clothes and the occasional stuffed animal bought for you by him.
What the fuck? Does this happen often to her?
Often.
Can I not just have one Friday night where I don't have to deal with anything? Just peace and quiet.
As you're finishing your sentence, a stuffed animal drops from the shelf above your clothes. It isn't quite a wolf, but a husky's close enough. It bounces, landing on its face.
She'll go and she'll pick it up.
Mostly black. 2 legs. In the front, white. 1 blue eye. 1 brown. You think he bought it for you because he thought it was cute, but you certainly don't.
You didn't even get the colors right. It's still as ugly as I am. Ugh. She throws it back in the closet, closes the door.
Okay.
Stupid.
Do you head back to bed in your book?
I think she'd kind of stand at the closet door for a few more seconds. I think she kind of frozen. Fucking so dumb. She'll go back to her book.
Crawling into bed. Picking up those blessed pages, feeling the weight of it. This kind of scratchy smoothness of the pages, smelling the fresh scent. The book scent. You have just started where you left off, and Damien is reaching for Amber's hand, and her heart is beating wildly, and the description of her wolf whining and leaping at the chance of physical contact, when there's a knock at your door.
She doesn't answer.
Do you continue reading?
Yes.
Another knock. And then,
What?
And then another knock.
Sorry to bother you.
He says through the door.
The door's open.
The door gently cracks open.
What?
I need your help.
What? Why?
I know this is going to come as a surprise. And I'm sorry. But it can't wait any longer. I need you to come with me.
Why?
Because you're going to be one of the only ones that can make sure Ramsay is safe.
Is she okay?
She's going to collect Hudson and then she'll be in the home. She'll be here with us and we'll be having a meeting to discuss everything that's happened.
What happened?
An accident.
When Arya hears that, like, she needs to protect Ramsay, she puts her book down and crawls back out under the bed. Puts her legs down. Okay, and what do you need from me?
He takes a deep breath. I need you to look. I need you to see the Umbra.
I don't want to do that. I
You're-
don't want to do that.
You're the only one who can.
She kind of has a chill that goes up her spine. There's got to be somebody else, right?
I can't afford to. If I do, for just a moment, remove my attention and my abilities from our most hollowed place, we'll be in trouble. You're the only one who can keep Ramsay alive.
I don't think I'm not good enough to do that. I don't even know how.
That's why I'm here. I need you to follow me.
Okay, well, at least are we going outside? Are we staying here? Like, can I get dressed?
Put on something warm. I'll meet you in the foyer.
Okay. Like, how warm? Like, winter warm or cool breeze kind of warm?
He kind of gets his soft smile. Bring your coat.
Okay. How long do I have?
The sooner the better. Everyone will be here within the hour.
Okay, so I don't have time to finish my chapter. Fine. Just wait here. I'll just let me find some socks, okay? Just hold on a sec. And she'll go to her closet. She'll pull out like a sweater coat, kind of like a what do you call those coats? The ones with the buttons on the front that are super cute. Kind of go down to your knees.
Peacoat?
Peacoat, thank you.
Okay. As
And
you're
it's like,
as you're pulling it down, there's a flash of something in the shadows. It causes you to drop the coat and leap back.
Holy fuck.
Something moved. Liquid like ink. In the depths of the shadows. In fact, you thought it was reaching for the same coat you were.
Everything okay?
No?
He comes to stand behind you, and the look on his face is intense. Roll a wits and insight.
Inside, where are you? Okay. That was a blessed roll. That's 4 successes.
Okay, he pulls you back behind him.
He says, we don't have time.
Don't have time for the creepy thing in my closet trying to steal.
And he reaches out, picks up the coat, and he hands it to you. Get out of the room. Go.
My
Down to the car.
socks.
Down to the car right now.
Okay.
Get down to the car right now and don't make a sound.
She instantly shuts up and she will book it.
Okay. You hear this snarling percolating out of your room, and you don't know if it's him or the thing in your closet. But you down the grand steps, down the foyer steps, into the beautiful antechamber. Roll a dexterity and stealth. Is your skin goose flesh prickling all down your front and spine, your chest squeezing.
2 successes.
Okay, you are for the most part very quiet. Maybe it's your bare feet. Whatever. But you make it to the bottom, and then there is this exploding sound. Is your door? You have no idea what it was. Splinters outward. This sickening crunch. And then a low, punctuated. There's a snapping sound, a gargle, and then nothing.
She's trying to like get his name out, but it's so hard for her to like even acknowledge him. Mr. Dan?
You start heading up the stairs.
She'll kind of, she'll creep back
All the way to your room.
slowly.
Okay.
Yes.
You get to the second set of stairs. And you hear the sound of shattering glass. And this horrific screech.
Mr. Dan?
You rush to your room. The entire thing is filled with dripping ichor. Moths flutter in the moisture where they shouldn't be able to. Each drip from the ceiling that hits them causes them to hiss, and this twisting visage of worms, centipedes, snakes falling from each flap of their little fluttering wings fill the ground. Your room is a horrorscape, and you see Dan glowing like a night light. Your window, your curtains shattered, but he's grappling with a man? No, it's not a man. The arms are far too long, the back too wide and hunched.
Mr. Dan, what's going on?
The liquid in the room begins to reach for you, and you hear a high-pitched sound. It's enough that it makes your head pound and wince. Okay, hold on, I gotta get to the rules.
Okay.
You're gonna need to roll something, because you're in danger.
I'm in danger. I'm in danger. Okay.
Hold on. Let's see, wait. You need to roll something. Or maybe you just gain it. I don't know. Provocation, harm, or humiliation. They gain a point of rage.
I do?
You're in danger. Okie dokie, I make you roll something, but hold on, I look.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm looking. Give me a look. Aha! Rage checks. Here we go. When a Garu wants to release their rage-born powers, the player makes a rage check with a single dice. On a win, 6 or better, the Garu's rage stays the same, but on a fail, blah blah blah. Yeah! Make a rage check.
So I can use like my regular, like just the red die, right?
Yep, just one dice. Boop.
The red one?
Yeah.
And what is
Are
this
you using your
success
vampire dice?
rate? No, I have werewolf dice.
Oh shit, I don't have werewolf dice. So success is it just says on a win, a 6 or better, the Garu's rage stays the same, but failed 5 or less causes
Okay,
their...
so 6 or better is
So
gonna
the
be
scratch.
the scratch or the crit.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so I
It'd be
got
like
one.
rouse check.
Yes. Okay, so I got the crit one.
Yeah, but only I'm doing this backwards. So you would be
Okay.
gaining one instead of losing one.
Okay.
I don't know. So just roll. Roll your red dice.
I already did. I got the scratchies with the stars on them. That's why I was like, I don't know what this what is
Okay,
this?
okay,
I'm
okay.
looking at the basic mechanics sheet. So
Okay, you feel your wolf rear her head. You hear her growl, her snuffling, her chuffing, and she tells you to run.
But what about Mr. Dan?
The other choice she gives you is kill. What would you like to do?
None of these choices sound good. Kill what? Kill him? Kill that thing?
It's screaming in your head now. Run or kill. Run or kill.
I have to roll the dice. Hold on a second.
Your wolf is now like
Yelling in my head?
screaming and salivating and snarling like a wicked beast. Run or kill. Run or kill.
Just protect Mr. Dan. I don't fucking know.
Okay, she says kill. Okie dokie, you gain a point of rage and your wolf activates. You don't go like in the full like war form or anything, but we're gonna do a little bit of combat, okay?
Oh, good. I rolled the die and got a 1, so that meant I had to kill. I'm sorry. Oh, good.
Okie dokie.
So good, yeah.
Okay, I need you to roll a brawl. and a strength.
Oh, the things I don't have.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Perfect. Roll it.
Yeah.
Time
yeah.
to kill.
Mhm. Okay. One success.
That's okay. It's almost as if you do not belong to yourself. You say protect Mr. Dan, and you rush in on all fours. Your body is still humanoid. But you rip and you tear, taking the moths and crushing them underfoot. Crushing them in your mouth, in your palms. Something under your bed slithers out. You've never experienced such cold, wet, snapping violence. Sorry, you also have a 2 dice bonus to all. No, you don't. Wait, yes. 2 dice physical bonus to all physical tests, just so you know. So
Oh, I
you
didn't
have-
even know that.
Yeah,
Let me
you're-
roll again.
You're glabro.
Okay, hold on.
I just
Didn't you want
decided. There you go. You're big,
Okay.
hunched, and hairy.
Big. Oh, that's pleasant. That's more successes than last time, so that's good. That's 3 successes, but there's
Perfect.
another success on my rage die. Does that matter?
That's good.
Okay.
It's
Great.
That's
That's
just
great.
killing. We're just
Okay, we're still killing.
You're
We're
killing.
just killing, guys. We're just killing everything. Okay.
Cool. All right. You slash your way, bite your way, kick your way, punch your way, just slicing through the room, out onto the balcony. And on the balcony, everything changes. It feels as if the air has been sucked out of the very atmosphere. And whatever Mr. Dan is tussing with, he lifts up and he tosses over the balcony's side. And when he turns to you, he's panting, but you watch as his wounds, claws all over his face and chest, begin to heal.
Arya.
Make a rage check.
Success?
You feel yourself losing touch, but also the view is spectacular out here, completely changed. It looks as though you've walked into a Pixar film. But there is an underlying threat whispering at the edge of the woods beyond the property. The property itself is a beautiful, gentle feeling. When you look out over that lawn to the lake, fireflies and wisps of gentle yellow light, butterflies, huge arrays, almost like silken swaths, like a spider vine of ivy that's iridescent, crawls over the barn, through the fence line. It's beautiful. And then you watch that creature that he's just thrown stand up. And then it twitches, convulsing. And he steps back and he says, "I'll protect you." And you think that he's going to fall backwards off the balcony, and you rush forward to grab him as he drops. Reaching the side, or do you stay back? You run forward to look?
I would run, yes.
Okay, so you run forward, you grip the railing looking down, and he has landed with his fists through its face. And when he stands, he brings the skull and it begins to turn to ash. And as he holds the pieces of the skull aloft, the fireflies land upon it, eating the decay. All right. Ramsey and Hudson. Is it safe to assume you're driving together? Or, Hudson, did you take the car? Separate?
Do we
Together.
only have one car?
You only have your vehicle. Matthew likes to bike and scooter.
Right.
It's healthy.
That's yeah. You know, just in case, I'm gonna leave him with the car.
Okay.
In case he needs to get somewhere not via scooter or bicycling.
Excellent.
Considering all the reasons that... Considering Ramsey came to me because of an emergency.
The interior of your vehicle, Ramsey, is a little tense, and of course it would be. It is his weekend, which means he doesn't have any pack duties. He's finally off the clock. He's been working for 18 days straight. Today, Friday, after 5 p.m., he was off shift, and he doesn't have to come back until Monday at 7:30 a.m. That's the interior of the car. Go ahead and roleplay. Should you have anything you'd like to discuss in character?
You know I wouldn't have come to get you if it wasn't an emergency, right?
Yeah. It's just like looking straight forward out the window. He's like taking deep, calming breaths. He's like, yes, that's why I'm here. Because if it wasn't an emergency, I would definitely be at home with my husband.
Has Ramsey met Matthew before this?
You decide. Headcanon it. You guys best friends? Nah? Yes? No? You all take yoga classes together? Because that's what Matthew makes Hudson do for his rage. He's like, yeah, oh, rage? Yeah, just yoga class. That'd be stress.
Yoga. I mean, I think
Not
he tries to be. I think he tries to be friendly with all the pack members.
Okay.
Even if he comes off a little gruff sometimes, it's because he cares. He goes dad mode on everyone younger than him, so...
Fair. I mean, with any luck, this will be solved quickly and you can get back to your weekend, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Only you both have a feeling it's not going to be solved quickly. Especially
I'm
if
just-
you're all going to the outskirts of town to meet at the manor.
Just been in this long enough. You know, before he, like, gestures between them, kind of, like, hinting at what they are. He's like, I've just been in this for a long time before this even. So, like, I know that shit like this doesn't always just simply resolve quickly. But hopefully, you know, I'll cross my fingers, but I won't hold my breath.
Yeah, that's probably the safe way to go about this. Shit.
But
Well,
how
I mean,
are you?
you know, I was going to have a nice night with my girlfriend, but
Mm.
duty calls.
Ooh, roll a wits and insight, Hudson. I'm not gonna let you say that and get away with it. Roll a wits and insight.
That's a 4.
All right, the DC was 3. Girlfriend, huh? How's that going?
Yeah.
Shifty, squinty
Yes.
eyes.
Yeah. How are you two?
Ramsey, she doesn't have a good poker face, and so she absolutely looks like she just got caught in a lie. And she kind of winces. It's hard when they don't know everything, you know?
Yeah. I know. I mean, not now, but like I've been there. I've been there. They don't know everything.
I mean, you've got a good thing going with Matthew, and that's great.
We had to work hard to get there, though. I mean, to get where we're at, it was a bumpy road. There was several months where we dated, and then there were several months where we were not dating, and that really sucked. But obviously we got anyway. That's a whole long ass story that you don't need to hear about right now. But I'm not perfect with relationships, but if you need any, at least an ear, I'm here.
You feel like
Kinda looks-
you can really trust him.
She kind of looks over and smiles, nods a little bit. I just. Is it supposed to feel like work?
The relationship?
Yeah.
I mean, it requires work, but probably shouldn't feel like work. I mean, with myself, with Matthew, there was no question in my mind that that's who I wanted to be with the rest of my life. Like, almost from the get-go. And so, yes, I had to put work into it, but it never felt like work. So, if what you've got feels like work and not, the spark, then, yeah. Is that where you're at? It's just feeling like work? It's not... You passed that Twitter-pated phase?
I don't even know if we had a Twitter-pated phase.
Oh.
I don't think I've felt that spark in a very long time.
That's, well... I mean, it probably sounds rough, but, I mean, that she's probably not the one, then. If you don't feel it... I mean, how long have you two been dating? Remind me.
Ramsey has to think for a moment. think we'll be coming up on a year in a month or two.
Oh, shit. And yeah, oh,
Her face kind of scrunches up and she
uh,
just nods like, yeah.
that's, yeah, if you're not feeling anything after being together that long, then, yeah, she's probably not the one for you.
Yeah.
That's hard.
What I'm afraid of.
I mean, she seems like a nice girl, but it's... God, that's hard. That's a hard spot to be in. I don't envy that.
I mean, she's great. This is it it's such a cliche, but it's true. It's not her. It's me. I don't know. It's something that I have to deal with. I really don't want to, but it's not fair to Andy.
Do you know, like, if she's great, do you know why there's not a connection there? Is it maybe you've already got something else?
I mean, I've got you guys. I've got the pack. That's most of the time that feels like that's all that I need.
He shakes his head a little bit and thinks. He looks out the window. It looks like he's looking not necessarily distance far, but like he's looking far. He says, before all this with the pack and stuff, that's how I felt about my hunter cell for a long time. Before before I met Matthew, I thought they were all I needed. I thought my duty was all that would drive me. But if you've got, I mean, if you feel like the pack is all you need, then how did you even get together with Andy? Like, how did you two even get together?
Ramsey takes a moment to think back and she smiles. I mean, we met through work.
Mm.
She came in to get a tattoo and we talked for what felt like hours. Talking with her was easy. And so we just kept talking and seeing each other, and I don't know, at some point us started to feel like another box I was checking off at the end of the day. One more responsibility, one more thing to maintain.
As you're saying this, Ramsey, you remember Andy's joke about being a professional ballerina and the makeup that she has to put on her thighs to hide the ink for what she likes to call the porcelain pirouette bouncing a baby skin. I actually thought it was really charming. You remember, like, the little snort she's got when she laughs too hard? And the crease in her brow because she sleeps really hard. She sleeps as hard as she laughs. Just crunches her whole face. And then you remember over the summer, first time you visited her apartment, she took you to the rooftop and then proceeded to super soak you. Everything about Andy is fun. But there's just something missing. At least for you. There's no great stirring in the depths of your soul. It's fun. But it isn't free. As your conversation begins to wind down, you are approaching the outskirts of town and eventually the manor. Go ahead, Tarrant.
Just as they're driving, Ramsey kind of goes quiet as she recalls these things, and she does smile a little, but it is kind of a sad smile because even these memories feel like remembering a happier time and remembering the good days, knowing that they're coming up to a crux. That something has to change.
Hudson will just reach across the car, give Ramsey a good, solid, pat, like a tight squeeze on the shoulder, and then, return his hands back to his lap. Let me know if I can do anything for you, Kyo.
Yeah, I will.
All right. Did you have something you wanted to say, Hudson?
I did, and I don't remember what it was. It's gone now, so it's fine. Comes with age.
All right, then we will, meanwhile there. And we will shift gears. All of you are going to be arriving. So each of you are going to get a turn here. Okay. So quickly, I just am going to shift back to Arya moments before Connor arrives. Do you make your way down to the grass? You're still on the balcony. Do you wait for Mr. Dan? Do you continue watching the scene? What are you doing?
I think she'd scream down from the balcony. Mr. Dan? Mr. Dan!
He calls back.
It's okay, Arya. I'll keep you safe.
Are you okay?
I'm unharmed. Are you
What
alright?
the fuck was that? No, I'm not okay. Look at... Oh. I'm coming down there. Okay? Don't go anywhere, okay?
I won't go anywhere. He calls back up. You can get your socks. You should be okay now.
I don't give a shit about my socks. What the fuck was that?
An agent.
Okay, an agent of disgusting whatever the fuck that was?
An agent of the worm. And when he says that, your hackles rise.
Okay, I'm coming down, okay?
He nods.
She'll grab her socks and a pair of sneakers. They're definitely a pair of Vans. And they look kind of like, for the outfit that she's wearing with her really cute, adorable peacoat that she had. This like wool sweater that she's wearing and a pair of like tight jeans. It's kind of strange. It doesn't really fit, but it's her own style. So she rushes to put them on. They don't even match. Her socks are exactly like her. One sock is completely different than the other. One is black and one is white. And she just slides on her shoes and she's running out the door.
Okay. As you are getting out there, Connor's headlights sweep over the green. As you pull into the back parking lot near the lake, you get out, and the both of you see Mr. Dan sitting on the ground, pulling pieces off of this entity and feeding them to the fireflies. He's got less than a quarter left by the time the both of you approach. Arya, you're the first because you're walking a shorter distance. But Connor, you feel your hackles rise. You know what this is that he's just taken down. Something evil. Something vile. Alright. Arya, you'll get an action first, and then Connor will get an action, so Arya, go ahead.
Is Arya still hairy? Sorry.
I would say no at this point.
Oh god.
Yeah, I would say negative. Ghost Rider, unless you want to be. Do you want to be hairy?
If it was more like her hairiness was going away, that would be good.
Hairiness is going away, yes.
I don't know what's going on. Okay. Two things. What are you doing right now? And other thing, I'm really sorry.
You don't need to apologize. Thank you for coming to save my life. I am feeding Gaia, I guess, is the simplest term. Simplest way to put this.
It doesn't look like it'd be too tasty.
It isn't. It's not like it's nourishing. It's just...
Well, can I help? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
He kind of sits up a little straighter, and at that point, Connor, you're close enough to see ew. It's pretty gross.
I think Connor would actually have to take a moment, because as soon as his eyes land on what he can assume is now a decaying kindred, correct? Or an agent of the worm of some sort.
It's far less kindred and far more spiritual.
But still an agent of the worm nonetheless.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he has to visibly seems to hold back this guttural growl that's in his mind. All he can think is just the primal side of him is just screaming fucking danger. And almost instinctively his head are just on a fucking swivel. His hand is on his gun that's just pointed down to the ground. His eyes are just scanning everywhere. Because half the time, agents of the worm don't typically work alone. And he's not 100% sure that they're entirely safe just yet.
Okay. As you're clocking everything around you, Mr. Dan says there's only the one. Two. There's three. But only the one here. You don't have to worry.
It is easier said than done.
And then he motions for, yes, you can absolutely help him if you want to peel off pieces and feed the little firefly guys.
Either you two hurt? Anything I should be concerned about?
Arya just kind of rolls her eyes. We're fine.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Cool. Wonderful. Just making sure.
What are you doing here anyway?
I'm here because he brought me here.
Well, you could have come. You know what? Whatever.
What, could have come a little sooner?
She ignores him. And she'll reluctantly try to help pick the pieces of whatever the thing was, and she'll somehow make a mockery of it. Oh, Holy Mother Gaia, have some fucking dinner.
Wow. Oh god. Holy shit. Ah! Wow, I love it. I mean, it's terrible. Holy shit. God, okay. Fuck. Okay, holy fucking mother, have some dinner. Here's your girl dinner. Shit, that was very funny. Oh boy, okay. I need you to roll an occult and a resolve, please.
Sure thing. Four successes.
Okay, you say that, but when you touch the corpse, because that's exactly what it is, there is this profound feeling that washes over you. It's enough that you drop it, and the piece turns to ash before it hits the ground. You have never felt such rightness, like such affirming correctness, then yes, you should be bowing, helping. It is an honor. It is something to take pride in. It is an oppressive feat. It is a duty bestowed on few, answered by less, and achieved by even fewer. And it's strange because the two people of the pack that you feel furthest from are right here as your company.
Well, this is bullshit.
I don't want to sound cliche, says Mr. Dan. But it's what you're built for.
Oh, good.
Take another look.
Take a look at what?
Need motions to your hands?
Okay.
Does she look down?
Yeah.
Your fingers glow ethereal and beautiful, like the light of the moon. One of them glows brighter, and the other is like a neon light, like the black lights that they have in fun houses and around Halloween time. Marvelous, different, beautiful. Where you picked up a piece of the fallen foe, your fingers have done what all of the little fireflies are doing on a tiny, tiny millimeter by millimeter movement, right? You nucleared the corpse. It does not do the same in Mr. Dan's hands. And his hand is still dripping and wet. In yours, it vaporizes and returns to the end, washed away.
Oh, good. I am such a freak.
You're a freak with friends. Family.
And no one else does this?
No one in our pack does this. The duties fall into you. The rest of us have different duties, different honors.
And then Mr. Dan stands,
If you could be so kind, Arya.
and he motions to the hand that does look much spookier. I'll let you decide which one to Arya that is.
It'd be the same one as the paw that is black.
Ah, the nightlight.
Yes.
He just says if you would do the honors, and he motions to what's left of it.
I don't want to do this.
Okay, and then he bends back down and he rips off a piece and he holds it out to the fireflies.
Why me?
I used to ask her the same question.
Can't I just be normal? Seriously? Like, this is... And she'll look at Connor. Aren't you gonna do anything? You're just gonna stand there?
Pretty sure Connor cannot do what what Mr. Dan's doing, correct?
Yeah, he can rip and tear. Like he can grab it and tear it off and hold it out to the fireflies, but you can't do what Arya can do.
Why are you just staring? Just. Oh, good. Let's all just look at the fucking freak. Okay, great.
I I would say the moment you actually turned to look at Connor, there was a shift in body language when you mentioned, "Why can't I just be normal?" And when you sit there and grill him again, and that's when his feet starts moving. And it'll help Mr. Dan.
Okay.
Tell me what to do.
Círdan. Oh, I just gave it away. Whoops.
We already knew.
I know you
It's
already knew,
okay.
but you. Whoops. So. Oh no.
Really? Do
Eh,
you call him Spear or Mr. Dead? Come on.
come on. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that much of a plot twist, honestly, but. Okie dokie. Okay, so Círdan, whatever. I'm just gonna call him by his full name now. Okay, so Círdan kind of sits back on his haunches and is like, Arya, this is your normal. This is where you belong. You're the same as all of us. And you're not a freak. And he throws the flesh down and he's shaking, actually. And the both of you need to roll wits and insight.
Ah, drop the dice on the floor.
Oh no.
Dice down. Oh, holy shit. Okay.
So with the favor for the unicorn, we get an additional insight dice pool. Insight dice related to learning something about an individual person, animal, or spirit.
Okie
We get an
dokie.
extra die for that. Is that cool?
Yep.
Great. Okay, sick. That's 5 successes.
Okay, and Connor, what'd you get? Sorry.
I got 2 criticals, so 8 successes.
Jesus Christ, holy moly, what the hell? Holy shit, so amazing. Wow, 5 and 8, oh my god. Okay, he's really upset. You think he's been over here making the equivalent of will saves, hearing how Arya talks about herself, and he's just kind of had enough. And he takes both of your shoulders, and he steps over the corpse to you.
I'm sorry.
He says, you don't have anything to apologize for. There's nothing wrong with you.
Are you mad at me?
I'm
And he has to blink, and he looks at Connor, and Connor, you kind of pick up what he's putting down, because you know who Arya is to him. I mean, you kind of know the story. I mean, you heard him really drunk talking to Ramsay. It's not like you meant to overhear. He was just really loud. I mean, you just, kind of clear your throat, and you keep just peeling off the flesh and the bone, and you just keep feeding. Like, you could just pretend you're not here if it wasn't for, like, the... And he finally says, I'm mad at the lost time. I'm mad that anyone made you feel that you are not your mother's daughter. That you are not blood of my blood and bone of my bone. And he cups your face really quick, and then he hugs you.
She'll like pat his shoulder like a there kind of motion.
Right. Right.
Connor's still peeling away the flesh, and he watches him hungry. He has a small smile.
So, you want me to just poof that thing?
He steps back. Only if you want to. I will never make you do anything you don't want to. I won't even make you. He pauses. And
Make me what?
he steps away and he walks around in a circle for a second. And he's got a hand in a cardigan and he's squeezing something. And he comes back. He's still squeezing whatever it is. Looks kind of weird. Maybe it's like a balloon or some shit.
What? Do what? Say what? What?
Since I found you, I haven't pushed you to learn your gifts, your rights, and I never will. It's something you have to choose, and I will protect you regardless. But you have to decide you want to learn, because it's your path and no one else's. You don't belong in a cage. You don't belong underfoot. You are a miracle. You are a walking act of Gaia. Beyond. And he pauses.
She'll kind of maybe hesitant. Like it looks like she's trying to hug him, but it's so awkward and so strained that she just kind of puts her arms to her side. Thanks.
It just makes him nod.
If I do this, then everything will be okay, right? Like that's what this is, right? Like
This is not the emergency, no. I think it's related to it, but it is not the emergency.
oh good.
And I do need your help. I need you to keep Ramsey safe. And at that point, there's another set of headlights that sweep over the green. But I will never force you, Arya. And then there's like this sickening. It's like Connor, you get to the leg, and it's like, oh, don't look at me.
Ugh, you're making so much noise.
Well, it's kind of a fucking corpse. I can't exactly be quiet about ripping it apart. Sorry about that.
So irritating.
Listen, if you got a problem with it, you come rip apart the decaying corpse.
You know what? Maybe I will.
Oh.
Maybe I will, just so that you can stop making noise.
By all means, come on. Just mind the rather rancid smell. Rather pungent, really.
The smell is not going to bother me because I have to smell you, and that's worse.
I smell great. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Dan's looking at this like you're both siblings, and he loves it. Happy.
You're
He is right, though, you know.
Annoying. Right about what?
That you are a gift. Even if you are about as prickly as a fucking porcupine.
Look who's talking. Shit McStick. Okay?
Oh, pull that one out of a book?
Pull that out of your ass. More like it.
Oh.
Connor's just laughing. Just kind of, a little bit awkward that he's, tearing off the other leg and just chucking it off into the woods.
If I do this, will you just shut the fuck up for like 5 minutes?
Oh, I've suddenly just started talking. You were complaining about me not doing anything about 2 minutes ago. Make up your mind.
At this point, Hudson and Ramsey have gotten out of the car, and you're about 50 paces from this conversation.
Arya's
can
walking
see it,
over.
right?
Oh yeah,
like,
you can hear
the body.
it. Yeah, you can hear the like. They always bicker like this, but and Mr. Dan's looking on like a happy, like a very proud father.
Happy dad.
Yes, he's like yes, 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 but he's not saying anything. But you know the look, Hudson.
So why are we all out on the grass?
Well, you can see the thing that she's
Oh,
approaching,
never mind.
and it is a thing.
What the fuck is that?
Mhm.
Is this what we're here about?
Mr. Dan says it's just the beginning.
Oh, good.
All right, Arya,
Oh.
do you touch it?
Yep.
There is a nuclear white flash. All of you need to make a rage check.
Oh,
Oh shit.
I'm glad we got here
You're
just in time
welcome.
for that. Good.
Never mind.
It
Don't
was-
touch,
you
never
have
mind.
a
Don't touch
phone
the
on the
fucking
front.
corpse. Never mind. Don't touch the fucking corpse. You're gonna
How
fucking
long
cause
can we
flashbacks.
argue with Connor so that everyone gets here and we can cause trouble? Yay!
Holy shit.
I
Rage check.
failed.
Okay, your rage just increases by 1, which is kind of a good
Good.
thing. But you know,
More Aggie.
yeah, annoyed.
Are you doing it? Are you doing it differently, DM?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm gonna do both ways, up and down.
Okay. I succeeded.
I
It
succeeded.
stays the same. Stays the same.
Cool, cool.
Do I also need to rage check?
Nope.
Oh, good. Great. Thank you. Excellent. Just checking.
It's over in a flash, literally. And it's just all of you standing no longer in the twisted half umbra backyard, but you're standing in the regular green, the boathouse, the barn, the wide expanse of open. It's beautiful, but it's not as beautiful as what you were seeing before. The fireflies are gone, the ethereal vines and ivy. Mr. Dan exhales and says, "All right, I would like a drink. We have a lot to discuss." And we're back! Hello!
We're back.
Okie dokie. Mr. Dan leads all of you into the sitting room. When he says drink, he means coffee. And the coffee smell, Connor, just reminds you of Patricia and the whole reason you're here. And Mr. Dan asks, "Connor, do you mind filling everyone in? And can I make a cup of coffee for anybody? Or get anybody any drinks?"
I would love a cup of coffee.
Sorry
What
to
kind of creamer do you have?
the good stuff, and I'm sorry to bring you in.
Yeah, it's fine.
Anyone else?
I think Ramsey just gives him a look like, I can't believe you asked me if I want a drink, and she's just gonna go and help herself.
Jesus.
Completely as if this is her house.
That's fine. he kind of expects her help making the cuppas.
Yep.
Arya, did you want anything? Connor? Arya?
She'll look at Ramsey. I'll have a cup too, please. Thank you. Appreciate
Are you old enough
it.
to have coffee?
I am old enough to have coffee. Thank you. Okay.
It's hard to tell on some days.
I am.
Is there an
I can get it
age
myself.
limit on coffee?
There should be.
Age minimum. I don't know. I've been drinking a
I-
long time.
I'm old enough to have coffee. I didn't. I can get it myself. I was just asking. I'm sorry. That was rude.
Ramsey just grins at Arya like, absolutely, she was just giving her shit for the sake of giving her shit. Tries to, like, do a reassuring grin. Like,
Can it be one of those flavored ones, Ramsey? You know what I mean? Like, you know which one I like, right?
I got
That
you.
makes Connor
I got
chuckle.
you.
Well, you mean the one that your dad buys that you don't acknowledge that he buys? That's fine. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding.
Damn. Throwing shade here now. All right.
Correct, she does not acknowledge that.
She's just
She
like,
doesn't-
Damn.
I mean, but kinda. I like your touchstones, by the way, Arya.
Thanks.
I gotta figure out a way to put that last one in this story.
One day.
All right. Okay, sorry. All right. Cuppas are served. And by good cream, it is the real stuff, Hudson. Oh, fuck. It tastes good. But it's not
Cha-cha-cha.
it's not quite as good as it's not quite as good as other things, but that's okay.
Other things that I could be doing right now.
Like cuddling and watching a movie.
Cuddling and
Like
watching
fucking.
Alien with my husband.
But all of you, basically, this sitting room is it is resplendent, but the chairs are ragtag. Mr. Dan insisted over the summer that as a pack, you go to some of the local furniture stores and buy your command chair, as he put it.
Amazing chair.
Oh, mine's a big, cushy, lazy boy then. I've got it reclined.
So you each have your own chair. They are garish against the resplendent, like soft grays and greens in the room, because yes, your recliner is the best recliner in the world, but it is also the ugliest yellow ever.
It's fine. It's fine. Color doesn't matter as long as it's comfortable to sit in.
Oh man, I mean, even the yellow's not that bad. It's like kind of rustic yellow, you know. It's like it's got a good old like well used, good piss in the morning vibe. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
All right, Connor, what does your chair look like?
Yeah. Probably a probably a gaming chair of some sort.
Okay.
Wow.
Something that he can like lean back in and kick his feet up on the table half the time, given his often laid back personality.
Okay. Sometimes.
He at least had he at least had the sense to make it at least so the color scheme sort of, goes with the decor, but otherwise it's a gaming chair. And he loves it.
Yeah. Sometimes the putting your feet up really does a good number on Mr. Dan's blood pressure, but it's all right. He lets it happen.
He
I think
takes
every
care.
time. No, I think every time he kicks his feet up, I think even Hudson's like, you could have got a chair with the ability to do that, so you're not putting your feet up on his table. That's respectful. Give him the dad look. Like, come on.
He at least gives a shit to like be careful as to not scuff the fucking thing or leave any mud prints or grass prints. Like in this instance, he wouldn't be kicking his feet up because he has grass and mud and probably a piece of decaying flesh on the bottom of his shoes. So he's
Gross.
not kicking his feet up on the table.
Griffin says doubt in the
Yeah,
chat.
at least yes, has some etiquette
Lol.
sometimes.
So good. All right. Hell yeah, gaming chair. Ramsey, what does your chair look like?
Ramsey's chair is not a chair.
Oh.
Ramsey picked up what might be the ugliest ottoman that she could find, so that she can sit on it crisscross applesauce or like flop on it on her belly so that she doesn't have to sit in a seating position. So she just kind of like sprawls on it.
Hell yeah. All right, Arya.
She would have gone to the thrift store and got like a upholstered wingback chair. I don't know if you know what those look like. Like very like French kind of chair. Here, I'll send you a picture. Actually, this is a pretty good description of what it looks like. It's fucking hideous. But she'd be sitting in it with her knees up as if, this is her reading chair. Where's the Discord here? I'll post it. Something like that. Like one of those chairs.
No.
Oh, yes.
Love it.
Oh no.
But the design would be, it would have books on it. It looks like a library, like
Nice.
kind of painted on it. I actually own this chair, so just letting you know.
You
Not
own
one,
this
one.
chair?
I own the one with the books on it. I have a
Oh,
picture of
I
it.
was
I'll
like,
show you.
no, Sly.
No, I have two. One has piano design, one has the books design, but it would have books on it, and that's what it would look like. And that was what she would grab, something that was like that wingback chair. And
Nice.
she'd be sitting with her knees up, her shoes off, and just her one black, one white sock. And she's kind of holding her knees.
I love it how all our chairs are very reflective of us. The old man just wants a recliner.
Mr. Dan has two chairs. The one he's sitting in tonight is the rocking chair. Old, antique. One that he did not purchase in the command chair central party, but one that he already had. The one that he purchased actually isn't too far from the circle where you've all decided to kind of gather around the coffee table. It is a rolly chair that is not exactly a... It's more a... Well, ergonomic is one way to put it. Here you go. Let me get you a picture. It's a real good thing. It's a real... Hold on, I gotta... They're all links. I don't want a link. I want to open the open image. Here we go. Here you go. That's his other chair.
What the?
See, that's his other
Ramsey has
chair.
absolutely
That's
sat
amazing.
on that at some point.
Those are great chairs. I had
That's
those for my
amazing.
students. They're amazingly comfortable and very good. And I definitely used to sit on one when I taught kindergarten. It's fine.
When I taught kindergarten. Keyword, when I taught kindergarten.
Listen,
Dude, that
chair's
needs to be
amazing.
my next streaming chair.
All right.
I used to stream sitting on an exercise ball, so fair enough.
There you go.
Connor, would you please do us the honor? Just explain, catch everyone up to speed.
Sure, if you want to call it an honor. Not really the word I'd choose,
He
but
kind of cringes a little, like, yeah, poor choice of word, sorry.
to make things short and sweet, it appears that a kin had their first shift tonight. Ended up slaughtering their entire family in the process. Unfortunately, from what information that I could get from my contact in the local police force, the girl's nowhere to be found. And as of recently, she's been thrown off the case. Supposedly, a higher agency's taken the reins on this one, whether it be the FBI or some other agency. I don't know.
Mm.
But what strikes the most odd is that the two so-called federal agents that are leading this investigation, when she attempted to try and find out who they were, their names didn't pop up in the federal database. So we've got a missing kin on the loose and two unknown variables poking their noses.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
That poor kid.
Yeah.
Do you know where she is?
No. That's what my contact was actually hoping I would somehow know. Because she, even though she's been thrown off the case, she's still trying to see if she can find the child.
So she's just out there alone, confused and terrified?
Probably.
I saw the pictures of the crime scene. And actually, for once, through Connor's like cheekiness and laid back nature, it actually makes him grimace and have to shut his eyes for a second, because he's Regaru here. He's seen brutality, but you get the sense that what he saw was on a different level.
That bad, huh?
It's
Okay.
it's kind of, I feel bad for the forensics expert who tries to identify someone just by their entrails. Yeah, that bad.
So we're finding the
We're trying to
girl?
find the girl.
Okay.
Question for you, DM.
Yep.
Am I like at all aware about, like, do I know if the worms have more or less dug into the police force? Am I aware of that at all?
The kindred do kind of have their fist around the higher ups in the
local
force.
law enforcement.
Yeah, so to speak.
Alright, so we find the girl and then find out who these state assigned help is, because it sounds like they're a bunch of bull.
More than likely dealing with more agents of the worm. Probably our favorite kind. Not really
Perfect.
sure about that yet.
Definitely what I wanted to do with my weekend. But I would definitely rather we find that girl.
The sooner we find her, the better.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
God, fuck.
Let me check in my DMs with the DM really fast because I don't remember if let's see. I'm assuming we already discussed that Mr. Dan is aware that someone's looking into him.
Mm-hmm.
DM.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, Connor will look at Mr. Dan and say, and I'm certain you're all too aware that that same contact marked you as a person of interest, right?
What?
Person of interest for what?
Don't know. When I met her, I managed to catch a glimpse at a case file that she was looking back from the 1920s.
Huh?
It had a picture of Mr. Dan. Had him marked as a person of interest. And for some reason, she had a sticky note attached to it. It said, "Supernaturals aren't real."
Ha!
Try. I tried to dissuade her as best I can from looking further into it. Hell, she was planning on taking this entire thing to a fucking psychic.
Well, some of them aren't that bad, but I feel like this is probably we're probably the better bet for that.
Yeah.
All right, so we start at the house. See what we can find. Is that the plan? See if we can pick up a
Jeez.
trail from there.
Out of character, Pat said that she was gonna go back to the crime scene, right?
Yep. I'll wait for you guys.
Good. She's probably going to be there. Just to be forewarned.
Your contact?
Yeah.
Oh. Good. Which? Oh. Okay. Why?
Because she is very adamant about making sure this little girl is safe.
Okay. I mean, that's great. But all right. Well, I just hope she doesn't get harmed in the process of whatever's going on, because obviously he gestures in the direction of whatever happened out on the lawn, because obviously
Yeah.
there's shit happening right now.
Yeah, no. Obviously, I don't really exactly have any sort of reins on her. Not that I exactly would want to.
Right.
Just trying to keep her from digging too deep and finding something that she's not going to be prepared to see.
Right.
I think we have to prepare for the eventuality that she is going to see something that she shouldn't.
And then what? Let her be traumatized for the rest of her life?
We help her through it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because that's so easy to do.
It's
Yeah.
better than her trying to figure it out all on her own.
No, it's not easy, and a lot of us have to just go through it. But, it's better than some alternatives. Going crazy and ending up in it's no,
Going
it won't be
crazy and
easy
ending
for
up
her.
what? In a cage?
That's not what I was gonna say.
Uh-huh.
Not what I was gonna say.
Why don't we just tell her to leave and then she doesn't have to deal with any of that?
I mean, I'm all for her not
Yeah, that's
being
about it.
present,
That's
but
Yeah, that's going to be about as successful as trying to get you to do social activity.
I'm being social now, aren't I? I'm sitting here.
does a pack meeting count? being social. Anyway, that is not important. Right now, what's important is, do we have anything else we need to discuss before we go do this? Because we know what we need to do next, yeah?
Remind me again, DM, out of character. I, I promised I would talk with my psychic to see if I could get anything right.
Yep.
Yeah, your psychic is the grumpy ass girl in the room.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. He's like, ah, fuck me, guys. There's one more thing.
Oh, good. We get to hear you talk for another 5 minutes. Excellent. She's
Yeah,
rolling
it's
her
very
eyes at the
wonderful.
ceiling.
Because it involves you.
Oh, then I definitely don't want to hear it. She's just sitting there.
It was
picking
either
her
she
nail.
wouldn't. It was either she went and tried to find a psychic on her own, potentially get herself killed, or this.
Or what?
Or I talked with one of my tribe who was, luckily enough, a psychic.
Wait, are you talking about me?
One and only Arya.
It's definitely not me.
Okay, well, I can't. I don't think I can help you.
You can keep
You
Ramsey
can't,
safe.
or you would rather not.
What was that?
Mr. Dan looks up from his coffee that he's mumbling in.
And he says you can keep Ramsey safe. Ramsey can look into the Umbra.
Should be easy enough.
But she doesn't have the same nuke that you do.
The same nuke?
Hudson and Connor can keep things on this side safe, and if they have to, they can step in the Umbra as well. And rip and tear anything that gets in your way. But in order to be unseen, it has to just be the two of you looking. I would do it myself. But I have to keep the tomb protected. And if we're going to find this girl, what did you say her name was, Connor? Alora?
Because I'm just assuming that you kind of info dumped everything
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
we talked about.
that's her name.
Then we need to get to the scene as soon as possible and find out where she was taken. Because it could be, if this is her first shift, her first change, that she's actually in the Umbra.
Good. Great.
Do you think she's alone?
The Umbra is filled with spirits. I can't say for sure.
Do you think she knows what she did?
No. She probably doesn't remember much.
I hope she never remembers.
She will.
Mr. Dan just reaches over and squeezes your shoulder. Ramsey?
So what's our plan? What do we want to do?
Well, I think we start at the house. That's our only lead, right? Scene
think
of
a
the
good one.
tragedy. The girls will do their thing, and we'll do what we can to
the
keep them safe.
I think I'll try to investigate the house. At least at first. Something about what my contact said. Whether it was in her body language or the way she spoke of it, but there's something in that house that could be of importance to us. I have no idea what. But I think it's best that if I go look. At the same time, I can keep her from hopefully asking the wrong questions. While the rest of you do your thing.
Fair enough.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. I finish my coffee, I stand up. We out?
Who's driving?
Well, I didn't bring my car, so
Shotgun?
Can only fit one person in mine.
I'll drive, says Mr. Dan.
I thought you said you had to stay.
I don't have to stay. I just have to protect the tomb. Which means I'm
Good.
severely hampered. I have less than a quarter of my ability to work with.
Right.
You think it's safe coming with us? We don't know what we're walking into.
He
I
just
mean, we can.
he just
literally
takes a
take
breath.
2 guards.
Why don't you stay here? I'll go with Ramsey, and Hudson can go with Connor.
He looks very
That way
worried.
you can relax, right?
No, not while you're away.
Well, I mean, we've got Hudson. It's fine.
Okay, Hudson, the look he gives you is one dad to another.
One dead to another. Well, and like even when she said it was like, she's like, no need to worry, right? And he's like, not while you're away. And Hudson's like thinking about Cass who just left. He's like, yeah, I get that. Like, I'm gonna, yep. I'm gonna worry as long as that kid's away.
You literally... I saw what I saw, okay? I don't know what... I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm sure everyone else knows that they're supposed to do. So if we just go, you stay here, and then everything will be fine. We've got Hudson. The end. Situation solved. Let's go. She like gets like pops up from her chair, legs down, and she's just like, she's done talking.
Just be safe. Don't let anything happen to them, Hudson. And by them, he
I'll do my best.
means all of you. Okay, as you are all headed to your designated spots, I need everyone to roll a wits and occult.
I do not have a cult.
Do I have anything in a cult with? Oh, I don't. All of the
Yay!
all of the occult knowledge comes from my husband. He's not here. I got 3 successes though. It's fine.
Woo!
How many do a crit count for again? 2 or 4?
4.
4.
4.
If you get two with the crit symbol, then it's 4, not
Yeah.
1. 1 is worth the regular.
Gotcha. So it's 6
Right.
successes.
Oh, I got a critical.
4 successes.
I would like to do something before we actually get to the cars, DM, but you can keep going with this.
What's up? What do you want to do?
I promised to call Patricia.
Okay. We can retcon that, but yeah. All right. Okay. On your way to the cars after your phone call, Connor, there is a chill that's crawled over the grass. It's a little bit too early autumn for such a frost to have taken up residence. And when the 4 of you faithfully glance back at the manor, you see that there's frost on the windows. And then as a raven takes off from one of the high stoops, backlit against the moon. And we're gonna end there for tonight.
Hudson frowns deeply. The one shot that became more. Bum bum bum.
Off.
At least not a chicken or a rooster.
No, there's the raven. I know this raven. Every ravens. Oh gosh.
My apologies, we started so late, but thank you guys so much for showing up. We will be finishing this one shot soon.
We'll figure it out.
Join the Discord. Yeah. Join the Discord. Watch Twitter. I mean X. I mean Twitter.
Twitter.
Thanks for